Hello, dear learners. Again, I welcome you all to the MCQ session from Social Pharmacy, which was earlier known as Health Education and Community Pharmacy. So, here, as the unique feature of our channel, you are going to learn the MCQs along with the explanation so you can clear all your doubts, and whatever are the doubts which are remaining, you can put it into the comment box and then we can solve it later on. So, to not to waste the time and to start with the MCQs from part 6, we are supposed to start with first question. The first question is like the symptoms of kwashiorkor include dash. Now this is in with reference to the earlier parts, where in part 4, part 5 we had talked about the proteins. Okay, so the protein energy malnutrition which we have learned in our earlier videos, the kwashiorkor is one of the protein energy malnutrition. Okay, so what are the symptoms of kwashiorkor? Whether the symptoms include moon phase like appearance, edema, thickening and pigmentation, or all of them. So you can put your answers in the comment box fast. What all are the symptoms of kwashiorkor which we have studied in our earlier parts? If you want for that reference, you can go through our part 4, part 5 for all the symptoms, the PPT explanation. Okay, therein you will get the answer for the same. So to start with the explanation, kwashiorkor and marasmus, here you can see the kwashiorkor symptoms. You can see the symptom like the changes are in with the hairs, okay, and the limbs, etc. So here it is moon phase like appearance with little interest in the surrounding, and swelling is there in the legs, like it is edema, which is the accumulation of body fluids. Then again you can see here it is the like fat is present but muscle thinning appears. Okay, so here it is thickening and pigmentation. Yes, pigmentation is there, edema is there, moon face like appearance is there. Okay, so this is these all are the symptoms of kwashiorkor. So the correct answer is it is all of them. The symptoms of kwashiorkor includes all these symptoms. Along with that, the changes in the hair, okay, swollen abdomen is there, fat is present, then swelling of leg is there, okay, edema, then flaky appearance of the skin. All these are the symptoms of kwashiorkor. Next question is, dash amongst the given is not a symptom of kwashiorkor. इसमें से कौन सा ऐसा सिम्टम है जो क्वाशियोरकर का नहीं है? तो अभी तक हम लोगों ने लास्ट क्वेश्चन में देखा कि क्वाशियोरकर के सिम्टम्स क्या क्या है. तो द ऑप्शंस इसके लिए है जिसमें से तुम लोगों को आइडेंटिफाई करना है कि इसमें से कौन सा क्वाशियोरकर का सिम्टम नहीं है. Whether it is wizened appearance, moon face, edema, thickening and pigmentation. Come on, put your answers in the comment box fast. Now all these three you have seen in the symptoms of kwashiorkor. So what is the one which is remaining now? So we will go for explanation till that time. Now kwashiorkor symptoms we have seen. Amongst these symptoms here you will not find the option which is wizened appearance, which is there in the symptoms of marasmus. Here you can see. Now wizened is something which is in common terms you can call it as it is shrunken or wrinkled appearance, which looks like an old man. So the shrunken or wrinkled appearance is not there in the kwashiorkor because edema is there or swelling is there. Okay, so marasmus, the characteristic feature is it is wizened appearance, which is shrunken or wrinkled appearance. So the correct answer is it is wizened appearance, which is not a symptom of kwashiorkor. It is a symptom of marasmus. Next question है, symptoms of marasmus include dash. Marasmus again it is a protein energy malnutrition. Okay, so the symptoms of marasmus include what all symptoms amongst the given? Whether it is wizened appearance, whether very underweight body, whether diarrhea, dehydration, or all of them. So you can guess your answer and you can put it in the comment box. Till that we will go for explanation. The symptoms of marasmus include There are no changes in the hairs and all. Normal hairs are there, but the wizened appearance is there, which we have explained earlier, that is shrunken or wrinkled face, which looks like an old man. Thin limbs are there, which you can see in the image. No fat is present, no muscle fat, no, with little muscle and fat. Very underweight body is there in marasmus, because marasmus not only deal with the protein deficiency, it is also about the energy intake. So the correct answer is, it is all of them. Wizened appearance is there, underweight body is there, diarrhea, dehydration is there, because of which weakness is there, weight loss is there. Okay, so the correct answer is all of them. Next question is, dash amongst the given is not a symptom of marasmus. Whether it is wizened appearance, very underweight body, moon face, or diarrhea, dehydration. So now you can guess your answer easily, because we have seen many of the questions on the kwashiorkor and marasmus. So here we will go for the explanation, that you can see the symptom called wizened appearance is there in marasmus, then underweight body is there in the marasmus, then kwashiorkor, it is, you can see here, it is moon face. Okay, so this is something which is not a symptom of marasmus. So moon face is the correct answer. So you can check your answers fast. Next question is, the deficiency of any essential constituent of food leads to dash. Whether it leads to malnutrition, whether it leads to malfunction, whether it leads to malnation, whether it leads to marination. The correct answer you can guess and put it in the comment box. Till that we will go for explanation. So what is malnutrition? Malnutrition is something which is which can be all these things, like wasting, stunting, obesity. Okay, stunting is a person with too short for his age. Wasting is too thin for his height. Then person who is overweight is obesity. Okay, so these all includes malnutrition. So what was the question? It was, deficiency of any essential constituent of food may lead to malnutrition. Malnutrition is something which is deficient in nutrition, like whatever the diet we have, one or some other essential constituents are lacking in our diet, which leads to, correct answer is, it is malnutrition. Next question is, PEM, that is protein energy malnutrition, occurs particularly in dash. Whether it occurs in weanlings, whether it occurs in children in the first year of age, whether it occurs in children in the second year of life, or all of them. So you can put your answers in the comment box fast. Till that we will see the explanation of all these terms, and then you can check your answers. So first is weanlings. What is weanlings? Weanlings is something, a newly weaned child. Means what? It is like a child which has been detached from the source of dependence. So if you will see, the newborn babies and infants, basically they are dependent on the food source for mothers, like it is nursing mothers. Okay, so babies are mostly feeded mother's milk. Okay, so this weaning is what? It is detached, that baby is detached from the mother's milk and is being started with the diet which one can have, like fruit juices, something like other supplements. So this is nothing but the process or the term called as weanling. Weanling is something like a newly weaned child, a child which is detached from the source of dependence like mother's milk and is supplemented with the outside food. The child in the first year of life is something which is infant, okay, till the age of 1 year. Then children in the second year of life is something which is more than 1 year. Okay, and once the child starts walking is toddler, he becomes a toddler or she becomes a toddler. Okay, so this is something, all the age ranges wherein PEM can occur. So the correct answer is, it is all of them. Protein energy malnutrition can occur in all these stages. It can occur in newly weaned child also, infants also, okay, then children's also. So this is something, the answer is all of them. So you can check your answers now. Next question is, a newly weaned child is called dash. Now here easily you can guess your answer, because just now we have seen the explanation whether the newly weaned child called weanling, children's in the first year of life, children's in the second year of life, or all of them. The correct answer is, it is weanling. A newly weaned child is weanling, where this baby, you can see, enjoying the outside food, is basically not dependent on the mother's milk, and he is thinking about what we have got to eat, such a huge stuff. Okay, so weanling is something which is newly weaned child which enjoys the outside food once he achieves or attains certain age. So the weanling is a newly weaned child. That means the child which has detached from the source of dependence. Next question is, dash amongst the given is an polyunsaturated fatty acid, whether it is lauric acid, stearic acid, linoleic acid, or oleic acid. Now in our earlier part, you can refer back to part 5, wherein we had a detailed description about the classification of fatty acids, and you can guess your answers. You can put your answers in the comment box. Till that we will go for the explanation. Now the classification of fatty acid include, you might have gone through this image in part 5, saturated, unsaturated, monounsaturated, and polyunsaturated. So in our earlier part we had a talk about the saturated and monounsaturated. Now the fatty acid of interest is polyunsaturated. Now polyunsaturated includes omega-6, omega-3, which is linoleic acid and linolenic acid. Okay, so the correct answer is, it is linoleic acid. Lauric acid, stearic acid, if you will see, these are saturated, and oleic acid, if you will see, this is monounsaturated, and the correct answer is, it is linoleic acid. Linoleic acid along with linolenic acid, arachidonic acid, all are polyunsaturated fatty acids. Next question is, dash converts liquid oils into semi-solid and solid fats known as vanaspati. Whether the process of hydrogenation converts liquid to solid, whether dehydration converts, whether visible fats, or none of them. So you can guess your answer and you can put it into the comment box. Till that we will go for the explanation. Now this hydrolysis we have seen. Now what is hydrogenation? Hydrolysis is something which is breakdown. Okay, it divides it into fatty acid and glycerol. Now here what is hydrogenation? हाइड्रोजिनेशन क्या होता है? अनसैचुरेशन को सैचुरेशन में कन्वर्ट करना. ओके, यहाँ पे क्या होता है? The mechanism is something which is double bond is broken down and it is converted to the single bond. Okay, this is hydrogenation. तो इसमें क्या होता है? जो liquids होते हैं वो solid में convert होते हैं because of the reaction called as hydrogenation. So the correct answer is, it is hydrogenation. Next question is, fatty acids of animal origin are dash. Whether they are saturated, unsaturated, partially unsaturated, or none of them. So come on, put your answers in the comment box. Till that we will go for the explanation and then you can check your answer. Fatty acids of animal origin, if you will see here, the classification is you already know: saturated, unsaturated. Unsaturated includes monounsaturated and polyunsaturated. But what if it comes to the origin? So this is the animal origin, this is plant origin. Okay, this is basically oil. Okay, avocado and all. So the saturated fats, basically animal origin are saturated and plant origin are unsaturated. So this here you can see saturated fatty acid, milk, cheese, okay, meat. Here there is no presence of double bond between carbon and hydrogen, whereas unsaturated have the double bond. So the correct answer is the saturated fatty acids. Basically fatty acids, saturated fatty acids are of animal origin. So with this we finish with the MCQs from Nutrition and Health part 6. Stay tuned with us for part 7, wherein we can focus on the minerals. We have finished till now with the proteins, okay, then fats we have seen the general introduction about the nutrition and health. Now we will go towards the minerals, trace elements, etc. in part 7 onwards. Thank you.